Welcome to the Greater Day Cafe with Dr. Davina, a nighttime cafe of inspirational thoughts to unwind from negativity and reaffirm our goodness. Now here's your host, Dr. Davina.
Hey everybody, oh my goodness, we are back live right here, the Greater Day Cafe at the AGM radio station. I am so glad that you guys are tuning in with us. We've got some repeats. We've been on the air. This is week what, 3 or 4? Week 3. And you know, we got folks that are continuing to listen every week. Isn't that awesome?
That's a blessing.
That means we're doing something right. We love it. We love it. We hope we are inspiring you these 30 minutes every Thursday. Now, we want to bring you more than 30 minutes now, so you stay connected with us, and we're going to keep encouraging you as to how we can get you more inspiration than just these 30 minutes. But thank you so much for tuning in. And, you know what? I want to give a special shout-out to the AGM team.
Yeah.
You know, the AGM team is building this thing up, building it out, so y'all got to stay connected to the platform. So all the new shows are going to be coming. You guys can really take advantage of that. And a shout out to Pastor Al Gallen. He's the visionary for AGM. Hi, Pastor. We know you're listening. Rochester's clapping.
Just want you to know. I won't stop.
That's my co-host over there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, my co-host. What's your name, man?
Rochester J.
I love it. And then, of course, you know, we've got some other folks in the studio. We'll say hi to them before we leave out in the next 30 minutes. But thank you for tuning in. Listen, if you're tuning in, it means that you've already successfully gotten the link working and all of that. You've followed the directions. You're on the webpage, or you're listening, tuning in. Tune in radio. So if you got friends, families, make sure you connect with them. Make sure they got the right link. Make sure they're listening. If anybody gets stuck, if somebody texts you and they say, listen, I'm trying to find this lady, I can't find her, y'all send her to, or send him, her, them to DavinaJones.com. Everything is sitting right there. Follow the links for Greater. You're going to eventually get to Greater Day Cafe, and they'll find everything they need to make sure they're listening to what you're listening to. Yay. All right, so you guys know how we do it. We always kick it off with the Rochester J segment. Rochester, are you ready? I'm going to count it off because our engineer over here, Patrick, he's going to drop the hint now. You ready? We call it a hint, but everybody that's been listening, they know what it is. But still, it's fun, all right? Fun. So we're going to count it off, Patrick. On the count of 2, on the count of 3. 1, 2, hit me.
Tell me something good.
Hey, I know who it is. Do you know who it is? Is it?
Shaka Khan.
It's Shaka Khan, baby, with the Tell Me Something Good intro. All right, so why you over there rocking like Stevie Wonder?
Well, because I'm so excited.
You feeling good. I mean, you got like a whole deacon church rock going on over there.
Was?
Yeah. So this is Rochester's segment, Tell Me Something Good. Now, last week, man, your something good was so good.
Yeah.
I really just kind of eliminated the whole little cafe moment. We just cheated on that end. But I'm cool with that. So whether you take 3 minutes, 5 minutes, it doesn't matter, as long as you give us something good. So what you got for us today?
Well, Dr. Jones, as the first show.
Okay.
As in the second show.
Yes.
The third show will be the same. I will not start saying anything without saying thank you.
All right. Well, you are absolutely welcome.
For the phone call and the opportunity to share in this vision with you, Greater Day Cafe, and all those who are a part of this, all right?
Yay.
And so, with that being said, let's get right into this, something good. So here's something good that has been happening in me.
Yes.
All right? I've decided that it's time to heal.
Ooh. Go ahead on, Rochester J. Go ahead on, brother.
It's healing time.
Juice up in here.
It's healing time. You want to know why?
Okay, I love
because
it.
the more and more that I have stepped into my purpose, and you said this is my purpose, I felt like, okay, well, we will see. And now I know this is a part of my purpose. So before I could really expand in purpose, I need to heal. Because I realized that I have been walking in a way that has been ignoring the pain. I have been covering up the pain. Now, this is just me. I ain't trying to talk for nobody else, and I ain't trying to say, everybody need to go look in the mirror and say, am I healed? And if not, then what I need to do? No, this ain't for you. This is me. This is something good happening for me. So my healing season is upon me now.
Your healing season.
Healing season. And you want to know why I call it a season?
Go ahead.
Because I don't know how long it's going to take for me to heal.
That's all right.
But who knows how long it would take to heal after a traumatic situation or situations.
Yes.
And I say situations because I was thinking the other day, like, how do you pose this? And then I heard the voice.
Okay.
Say it to me like this.
You heard that voice we were talking about last week.
The
that told me to
universe,
pick my mama up.
the spirit, the Holy Ghost,
Right.
however you want to call them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but anyway,
It's okay.
I heard the voice tell me,
Mm-hmm.
imagine a traumatic situation.
Yes.
And I've been in one. I've been in a head-on accident, head-on car collision where there was a fatality. And by the grace of my Father, our Father, who art in heaven, I survived. All right. I'm still here. All right. This was in 2001. But I never really healed from that. I don't think I healed from that, along with other things from childhood upbringing. I've just been carrying a lot of baggage, and I didn't realize how much baggage has been on my back until I realized I don't like the way things are in my life.
Okay.
And so anytime there was a traumatic situation that happens in any human being's life, in anybody's life, especially that situation with the head-on collision,
Yes.
the ambulance, when they came to pick me up, and I'm going to draw from that experience. When the ambulance came to pick me up, they didn't take me home. They took me to the emergency room.
Yes.
And they didn't put me in a room where there was a bunch of people.
Okay.
They put me in a room by myself.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is it's time for me to be by myself to heal
listen
yet
at
again. You know?
That's all right.
And what I'm finding out is that, there's a lot of traumatic experiences that people face, and people are still yet walking in brokenness, and hurting people hurt people.
Yeah.
And some of them are still in positions of power that are still hurting people.
Right.
With words, with actions, with attitudes,
Right.
not getting counseling consistently. They think that once they get counseling one time, that's enough.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So
sometimes we need a little more.
Right, you need a little bit more. So it's a healing season for me. And I said that experience that happened to me in that collision where they take me to the emergency room.
Yeah.
And who came in? The doctor.
Yes.
It wasn't the nurse.
Yes.
What the nurse gonna do?
Okay.
The nurse has to follow the instructions of the doctor.
Okay.
So listen, I know who my doctor is.
Okay.
And so now I'm in a season of healing, letting my doctor work on me mentally, emotionally, physically.
Very nice. Very
I'm back in the
nice.
gym.
Very nice.
I'm eating better.
Good.
I'm taking my vitamins. I'm drinking more water than I ever have drunk in all the years that I've been alive.
good.
So it's just a healing season for me.
I like it, though.
I've stepped back from social environments,
Okay.
including the media that is highly populated by hurt and broken people.
Okay, so you shut down your site for a little bit. 'Cause
Yeah,
we
it's
talked
time.
About that
We
last
talked
week.
about it last
Yeah.
week, but I didn't realize we was talking about me until I heard the voice yet again say it's time for you to step back and let me do something in you that is about to blow not only your mind but the mind of every person
good.
that thinks they know you.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
So it's healing time for me. And I'm excited.
Nice.
I'm
That's
freer. I'm
good.
happier. I'm not as worried as I used to be. I'm letting
Yes.
things go easier now.
Yes,
I don't
yes.
care. Whatever.
It's
Holla.
healing time.
It's healing time.
It's healing time.
Right.
But you know what's so good about that, in keeping with the something good segment, is your level of awareness. Because a lot of times we need healing and we're not aware.
You're not aware.
And when you talked about, because I know it's a cliche, and we all
Right.
heard the cliche that hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
It's really something when you don't even know that you're walking around hurting people
Right.
because you hurt yourself.
Right.
And I always talk about this, and I know I have a tendency sometimes to maybe give these awkward examples.
Right.
But people that have been to some of my seminars before, they've heard me talk about this analogy. You know, somebody walks in the room and they got on some good shoes, some
Right.
cute shoes, some
Nice.
nice shoes. You know, you can't even say, "Oh, girl, those some nice shoes."
Right.
Why can't you say it? Because you so hurt about your own self,
See
your
what I'm
own
saying?
shoes.
See?
Because you haven't gone through your healing process.
Yeah.
You mad about your shoes.
Right.
You disgusted about your shoes.
Right.
So you can't give up a compliment on somebody else's shoes.
Yeah.
Same thing with men,
Yeah.
right? Somebody walk in the door, they looking all nice
Yeah.
and buff because they
Right.
been back in the gym,
Yeah.
putting themselves together.
You see it.
And then you got to make a compliment. Ain't talking about you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You look nice. You look nice. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
give me about a month.
I'm just teasing.
You can't help
He
us
look
say.
nice, y'all.
Can't
I'm
help
just-
us say.
I'm just mad.
bruh.
I'm just messing. But brother walk in the room and dude's like, oh, there go Rocky.
Yeah.
Why you got to call a man Rocky?
Hey,
Actually, I wasn't talking about your nickname, right? I was talking about the movie, like the boxer.
Right, the boxer.
But the point is, the reason why we give off those kind of insults is because we're feeling insulted.
Right.
We haven't gone through that healing season, and we've not been aware. So that's a good thing.
But see, there's a lot of people faking like they're healed too.
That's true too. That's
fake
true.
like they're healed and do a good job. Like you can fake it till you make it.
Yeah, that's true.
And you still broke.
Yeah.
And broke in. I'm not talking anything financially. I'm talking about emotionally, psychologically,
absolutely,
physically, health wise. And so I know where I'm at.
Yeah.
And now that I know where I'm at. I know that where I'm at is where I'm going to be made whole and be made better because it's in my personal emergency room where I'm at now. Where I'm going to get stitched up. You know what I mean? Going to get my gauze put on my life, you know? Allow the wounds of the past to be made whole.
Yes.
And, you come out of the ER stronger than you when you went in. Because they say the bones, when they heal, they heal stronger.
That's good. So listen, those of you that are listening, if you know that you need to be more aware of your healing needs, be aware and pursue. And this is the thing about it, though. Yes, I am such an advocate for professional counseling.
Yes.
And I know now counseling can be like anything. You can have a good grocery store, a bad grocery store, right?
Right.
A good item, a bad item, right? Good sales clerk, bad sales clerk. So you might have to shop around. You try one, that one doesn't work, you go to another one. Right. But certainly I'm an advocate of that. So some of you know my story when I lost my newly formed fiance, however you want to phrase it, because we had just agreed to be married and so forth. And so, I sought out professional counseling. It was one of the best things that I ever did.
Yes,
now, here's the thing, though. When I went to counseling, it really didn't take me long to kind of put a resolve around that loss, that fatal loss. Yeah. But I ended up staying in counseling because that only took about 2 sessions, to be honest with you. And I really had a peaceful resolve about what happened. Right. But I stayed in counseling for over a year. You know why? Because I didn't realize all that other stuff was still. I didn't realize all that other baggage was still there. I was like, I'll be back. I got some other stuff.
Start digging into some things. And you know what? I ain't like what they did to me when I was 2. I'll just tell you.
But sometimes that is sitting there.
Right.
Who was it? Oh my gosh, who was it? Was it Diddy? I don't even know what to call him now because he got so many names.
He's
Puff
got
Daddy,
a bunch of
Puff
them.
Diddy, whatever.
His mom called him Sean Combs.
Sean Combs, well, I call Mr. Combs.
There you
Sean.
go.
Somebody asked him, how do you know when you've made it? Or I forget the question, but it has something to do with making it, being free when you're successful or something like that. And he says, when you can travel and you don't have to bring any bags with you.
See, that's where I'm headed.
When you can travel and you don't have to bring any bags with you.
Yes, indeed.
And some of us are traveling from relationship to relationship with all these bags.
All the bags.
We going from job to job with all these bags.
Look at that.
Yeah, we're bringing in a whole bunch of unnecessary luggage. That we don't need.
You just said
so.
Something.
It's really, I forgot that interview took place a while ago, but the way he answered that just kind of stuck with me. So I always remembered that. Yeah. So it is something good for you to be aware of some healing needs. Yeah. So you can get off of people's nerve. You've been on people's nerve. Get off of nerve. Yeah. Now, how do you do that? Like we said, get you some counseling. If you don't read some books. You talked about that a while back. Get some books, and I've been telling people get some ice cream.
Yeah. Really?
Go buy some ice cream. Yeah, go buy something that you like, so you can stop being mad at me for buying ice cream. Because see, if you don't buy yourself some ice cream, I sure would buy ice cream. Then you looking at me like I'm crazy. Why are you looking at me? You could have bought yourself some ice cream.
Right.
All right, y'all. That's a little bit of the something good segment from Rochester J. I love it in the healing season.
It's a healing time.
All right, y'all. Go ahead and pursue your healing. It's okay. And you know what I love about it? You are a man talking about it.
Hey.
Because see, we always, ladies, we'll get together and talk about anything, but the men. So I really love the fact that you are representing and that you're talking about.
And don't be afraid to cut people off without explaining to them why you cut them off. You ain't gotta tell nobody bye. Just take off.
That's part of your healing. You cut. Okay, so if you
he didn't meet with me, he didn't counsel
if you didn't know you were cut off from Rochester, you just found out.
You just found out the right way.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. We're gonna take a 60-second break. It's only going to be about a minute or two now. So now when we take our break at Greater Day Cafe, we always tell you to get 3 carrots and how many cookies now?
2.
Get 2 cookies. 3 carrots, 2 cookies. We'll see you back here in just about a minute. Not too much longer. Right here at the Greater Day Cafe on the AGM Radio Network.
Stay tuned for more Greater Day Cafe right here on the AGM Radio Network. Welcome back to the Greater Day Cafe right here on the AGM Radio Network. Now here's your host, Dr.
Right
D.
now, welcome back. I hope you got yourself some carrots now. And I hope you didn't overdo it on the cookies. You were supposed to do 3 carrots. And how many cookies? 2. Only 2. So we're trying to get you to balance it out. We're trying to help you balance it out. Get you. You know what I meant. Get you. We're trying to encourage you to balance it. When I get excited, I just go back to my first language. It was just so ghetto. But I did go to school, so I can pronounce from time to time. But I get passionate, and hey, I just go in all the way for it. All right. So anyways, welcome back. We are so delighted that you are listening. We know we're only with you for 30 minutes of fun, inspirational insight, but we are enjoying our 30 minutes with you, and we hope you're enjoying it too. So again, make sure if you got some friends, we got some folks that are texting us saying that they've got a few problems here and there. So make sure you go to the website, DavinaJones.com. Tell your friends, go to the website so that they can get used to the platform. You know, this is the new platform. Everybody knows that, internet radio. So you got to get used to it and so forth. And we're going to try to make it as user-friendly for you as possible. So now, listen, we've been encouraging folks to give us topic suggestions so that whatever it is you think is important, whatever is floating around in your circle of conversation, to give us some topic suggestions so that we can, make sure that what we're wanting to talk about is relevant for you and that it's right there where you need it to be. And so the past 2 weeks we've been collecting some of those topics, and we've been giving away some money. Somebody say money.
Money.
So we've been giving away some money. And so last week, nobody gave the topic suggestion, and so the money just sat on the table, y'all. The money sat on the table. So what we did tonight, what I decided to do, and I'm going to do this every week now, I decided to go ahead and double the pot. So I'm going to give you the $50 for the night and $50 last week, and we're going to announce that before we go off in a few minutes here. So we got 2 topic suggestions, and there is one that I think I'm going to go ahead and pull out of the hat right now, and it's coming from Tracy. Hey, Tracy.
Tracy.
Thank you for listening. So Tracy gave us a topic suggestion. Now listen to her topic suggestion that she put on Facebook. What she put out there was, how long is too long to wait for a marriage proposal? That's what we put out. Man. And we just calling out people's names, so hey, it's on Facebook anyways. Thank you, Tracy. So we done put it out there now.
Tracy.
So how long is too long to wait for a marriage proposal? I love these questions though. Because we mentioned that we might go with this before the show started. And, Rochester was like, well, how in the world do you answer that? Right. But I love these kinds of questions. One of the reasons why I love these kinds of questions, because there's no one right answer. There is no one right answer. Textbook. There really isn't. There is no textbook for how long do you wait, And so one of the things that I like to do is encourage people to judge, to really be honest about what works for them. Right. What works for you? If you're in a relationship and you're comfortable, it's working for you, you guys haven't decided to officially get married and so forth. If that works for you, then it works for you. Right. I think we've spent so much time giving people prescriptions. And so a lot of people are trying to fulfill our prescriptions.
Wow. That was heavy. I'm sorry. That caught me off guard.
I'm just saying. That's what I think we've done. We have overloaded society with our prescription. Whatever that prescription is, it could be your own family prescription. So you got to marry somebody that graduated from this college versus that college or whatever. Or we have a prescription from, a religious perspective, whatever religion that is, And I always announce on the show, I got people listening from all walks of life, all religious perspectives, and I'm totally open to all of that. So I just think we've given people too many prescriptions. And so I'm going to put on the table this example that some people are already familiar with. So Tina Turner was on the Oprah Winfrey Show a while back. Mm-hmm. And so she was interviewed by Oprah Winfrey after she got married. And this was the thing because, Tina Turner and her, I know folks are like, I know she's not using Tina Turner. Yes, I am, honey. I'll use anybody that is throwing out an element of positivity and happiness. Absolutely. So anyways, she and her significant other they've been together forever and a day. I don't know, 20 plus years or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you guys can find the exact numbers and all of that. Mm-hmm. So they've been together for a while and they finally decided to get married. But what she explained, Oprah says, well, why did you get married? And so she says, well, we didn't need to get married. we were in love. We're in love. We love each other. We've been committed all this longer time. Marriage was something that everybody else thought we needed, and it's what, that's the prescription that they've accepted that they need. But we didn't. We were fine. Yeah. The only reason why she said we got married, she says, because if anything should happen to me, because she's older, so anything can happen, but if anything were to happen to me, she says, it would just be unfair for him to have loved me all these years and not have a say.
And that's when she began her honor.
And then she, now, that's Rochester. As far as I'm concerned, she's been honored the whole time. So that's Rochester. He coming from some of that other, I'm going to turn my head because he coming from some of that other prescription stuff. Now, see, that's the problem. People are beating themselves up because they feel like they are in dishonor. And I know I might lose some listeners today, but I'm just saying, we have been in too many,
having a good time.
We've been in too many people's business. But I love the fact that, they decided to take their own course on the matter. And so many times we give people prescriptions and they don't need the prescription. Let people find their way.
It don't meet their genetics. It don't meet their situation. And so before you know it, now you done got sicker. Because you're taking the wrong advice and it's the wrong medicine. So I agree with you.
We have forced people into marriages because we thought that was the right thing to do. This was the right situation. You're pregnant. All kinds of things. And so I'm giving a bigger answer to your specific question. The question is, how long is it to wait for my marriage proposal? I think the question is, more so is, how do you feel? Are you, where are you in terms of how do you feel about yourself? And does this person respond to you the way that you respond to yourself? Now, if you're having a difficult time responding to yourself, meaning if you don't really know how to love you, then you really can't depend on this person to love you if you don't know how to love yourself. So I just think my bigger answer is we're just giving people too many prescriptions. So I don't have a one answer, but now I will tell you there are too many of us also waiting around when it's very obvious that folks do not have that goal in mind. Right. So if your goal is to get married, is her goal to get married? If y'all don't have the same goal, then that's the problem right there. So the question might not be how long is it to wait for that marriage proposal, but do you all have the same goals? Are you on the same page? Maybe that's not, maybe that's not her goal, or maybe that's not his goal.
My question to you, Dr. Jones, is this. Why are they even hoping for the proposal? Are they hoping for the proposal so that it could do something for them? Is it supposed to fill a void? Is it supposed to be the conclusion of a big dream? Like, why? What's your why? Like, why?
I think there are so many whys, but I think most of us do have a why because it's been prescribed. We've been prescribed that we're supposed to get married and we're supposed to do it within a certain time length, perhaps, And I just think that sometimes you just need to pull those prescriptions off the table and make sure that the two of you are aligned. And because that might not be his or her goal. And this is another thing I have found out. When somebody tells you that they're not ready to get married, usually what that really means is they're not ready to get married to you. That's really what that means. I'm going to tell you that right now. Ask me how I know. I've been there. I done had a few folks that say, I'm not ready to get married. And then what happens next year, next month, they got married. They got married to somebody else. Right. So I have figured out, I don't take it personal. Because you did me a favor. Because I would hate for you to marry me and then change your mind a few months later. So usually when someone says, I'm not ready to get married, what they're probably saying is, I'm not ready to get married to you. That's probably what they're saying. Right. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. And if the relationship ends, and marriage did not come about, I still think it was successful. Because this is one thing that I have proposed about relationships, that dating, and I know we don't have too long, but when you're in a relationship, if you have a question on the table, should we not be married? Should we be together? And if the answer is no, and you two depart from each other, honey, that was a successful relationship.
Yeah, it was.
Because you answered the question. You answered the question.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So you allow yourself to be ushered into your own greater day.
Right.
Because you've answered the question.
Wow.
And when you release yourself from everybody's prescriptions, you answer the question. I mean, you allow yourself to experience greater day, because I really want this show to inspire people how to experience their greater days.
Right.
And so a part of experience those greater days is letting go some of that baggage that you talked about.
Healing.
So you can travel and not have all that baggage with you, whether you're traveling from one relationship to the next relationship, which is not a bad thing, because some of these doors need to be closed. If you're going from job to job, career to career, whatever, for you to be able to travel successfully without all that baggage. And so then connecting that to this other question that we just put on the table, you get rid of the baggage, lose some of those prescriptions, make sure that the two of you are aligned. That's your goal, that's his goal. And if one of you, him or her, says, I'm not ready to get married, that probably means I'm not ready to get married to you. And that's okay, because you don't want anybody marrying you that's not, that don't want to be married to you.
And I say, before you even get married, make sure you're whole. Like, you don't want to go into no marriage half a person. If you're concerned about how long it's taking to get married, that means you are not yet secure within yourself. That you worried about the length of time it's going to take for this person to propose to you, or vice versa. You know,
that's a possibility.
Hey.
It's a possibility, or the fact that they just haven't realized, or maybe they just needed some confirmation that it's okay. It's okay for me to say, this doesn't work for me. I've been in a relationship with you for X amount of time, and this no longer works for me. So I'm going to dissolve this. I'm going to be free and wait for what I really want. And that's okay. Right. So all I'm saying is, take all those prescriptions off the table and get my book.
What's the book, Dr.
Go
Jones?
to DavinaJones.com and get my book collection on what singles ought to know, what married people wish they had learned. That'll help you out a little bit. So listen, I only have about 2 minutes, so let's put some conclusions on the table here. So we got 30 minutes every Thursday that we want to use. Woo, getting a little choked up here. Excuse me, to bring you some inspiration and some insight on issues and so forth. So Tracy, thank you so much for putting that on the table. Anything that we said is no judgment to you. We try to answer it so that it helps as multiple people as possible. So thank you so much for that question. And then let me see. Now, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead. We only had 2 topic suggestions, so we decided to go with that one. And so Tracy, we're going to send you that little package in the mail.
Little package.
So you got the double this week, Tracy. You got that double. You got that 100 G's coming at you. So we thank you again very much for the question.
C-notes.
So everybody else, here we go. We're getting ready to close it out. So make sure you stay connected with us at DavinaJones.com. All the links. My Twitter link is there. My Facebook link is there. Any questions, comments you have for us, you make sure you go there, leave it there so we can make sure that we stay connected with you. We're getting ready to roll out, and we're going to see you in about a week. We also going to get this week, we're going to get them up on YouTube. So anybody that missed it, or if you want to hear it again, you'll be able to go to the YouTube link, and everything will be right there at DavinaJones.com. Listen to Patrick, our in-house engineer. Thank you, Lady G. Lady G. Director Danae. Thank you for social media.
Danae.
Everybody stay connected. We love you, and I'm wishing you a greater day. Get rid of that baggage. Let it go. Travel.
Healing time.
With no baggage. We'll see you next week right here at the AGM Radio Network.